So I did come across this when I was on my searches of Twitter, looking at tweets to possibly make videos about. This particular video was about, is Supergirl a upgrade, or is this Supergirl, Sasha Cal, and Millie Alcock? Sasha Cal was the old Supergirl. Millie Alcock is the new Supergirl. Is that an upgrade or a downgrade? And so I said, yo, this is cool. He was asking his community a question. I'm like, let me make a video about it. I don't see anything wrong with that or that I'm breaking any bylaws here. And let me play the exact video right here. I was one of my searches of Twitter, looking at tweets to possibly make videos about. And this said upgrade or downgrade, Sasha Cal Supergirl or Millie Alcock Supergirl. In the original tweet, homie asked the question, is this an upgrade or downgrade? And I answered that question. That's not stealing content. That's just answering someone's question in video form. My favorite example of this is Avengers Infinity War. It was Adam Warlock who was the key to defending Thanos in Infinity Gauntlet, yet he didn't even appear in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, cut from the Infinity Gauntlet by Jim Starlin. Okay, he posted this on January 27th, 2024. The part that this guy fails to keep, right, is that I wasn't the only one that was talking about this, random thing, right? We all know that RDJ made a Thanksgiving post about this. On Thanksgiving, he posted this. And so I'm not looking at his tweets trying to make stuff up. This is a post that RDJ put out on Thanksgiving. It's not like Comic Cuts just said, "Oh, this is a great idea. Let me post." No, RDJ put out this post. So I made a video about it. Making me think about something that I've been saying for a while. MCU doesn't do a one-to-one adaptation of everything. This is not a take to steal. This is common knowledge. Everybody knows this. He said he's never read Infinity Gauntlet or Infinity War. He only knows this example from me and passes it off as his own idea when making the case that I made previously that the MCU isn't one-to-one to the comics. Okay. Is it stealing someone's take if we have known all of this time, right, that the MCU isn't a one-to-one adaptation? That's not stealing. This is common knowledge. And this is the problem with Comic Cuts. This dude will say a generalized thought and think that someone's stealing it. Me and thousands of other people made a Thanksgiving post talking about what does RDJ's post mean. And also, bro, by the way, you recommend people to read comics. You're the one who told me to read these stories. And by the way, I have read Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet, by the way. But you wouldn't know that because you and I don't talk anymore, but you recommended me to read those. So how do you know what I don't read? All right, so hear this. If Cap is coming back, RDJ is also playing Iron Man in addition to Doom. Bookmark this. They didn't pay him $100 million for 2 movies during a wave of poor box office to play Doom. This is another thing. This is not a groundbreaking take. I've heard so many people say this before this tweet even came out. When he first was announced as RDJ, a lot of people were out there saying he's playing both. Obviously, the Tony Stark Dr. Doom variant was really big then and all that stuff. But this isn't a groundbreaking thing. Okay, so he tweeted that. Q. Now, check the date here, okay? Now, this was posted on August 26th, okay? Now, he's going to think, right, that I am stealing this. I posted this in November, okay? Now, there's a reason why I posted this. This wasn't randomly, hey, let me just go and steal bro's content for some reason, right? That's what bro wants you to think. But the reality is, right? Okay, so Marvel Studios posted this on November 6th, right? I record this video on November 6th. Now, you think you put this take out first. But if you remember, we had this conversation when Chris Claremont first brought this up. And this is what you don't want to bring up. That this whole topic that we even talked about at first came from Chris Claremont saying in late April 2025 that RDJ is going to play both Reed and Dr. Doom. It says it right here. This was never your golden ticket to stardom or idea. And even a regular content creator would understand this. Now, this is the funny one. He's talking about Willem Dafoe wants to return to the MCU and they should bring him back as Norman Osborn. And he said, Willem Dafoe wants to return to the MCU and they should bring him back as Norman Osborn. There is so much more to Norman than just the Green Goblin. Norman was the one who really made the Thunderbolts an anti-hero Black Ops team. I've always hoped we'll see him in the Thunderbolts movie. He also once did a hostile takeover of Stark Industries and then donned an American flag-clad Iron Man suit under the name Iron Patriot, making him a corporate entrepreneur could be gold for the MCU. I love to see that happen. Okay, so he talked about Willem Dafoe wanting to return to the MCU. And the video I made was why Norman Osborn needs to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. With Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out, and I've been saying this dude's a genius. He's rich. He has influence. He can wear the mask of Green Goblin, but also be the most, like, freaking business figure in the room. And if you don't think that's true, go look up some stuff about Hammer and the freaking Dark Avengers. Did I say anything to what his last tweet said? Did I say anything that referenced anything that was in his tweets? All he talked about was the MCU bringing them back as Norman Osborn, and about, you know, him wanting to see them do something in the Thunderbolts, and he talked about Iron Patriot and about him being in the MCU. What is me talking about why Norman Osborn needs to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day? What does that have to do with his content? What does that have to do with what he's doing? By the way, this was on December 14th, 2024. I posted this on August 5th. Am I just saving like December tweets and saying, it's August 5th. Let me piss off Comic Cuts and just make this video. Why did I make this video, right? Why did I make this video? Let me show you why I made this video. I did a quick search. Did any Spider-Man Brand New Day rumors come out on August 5th, 2025? Yes. Several reported rumors regarding the film Spider-Man Brand New Day were circulating around August 5th, 2025. Next one. Zack Snyder knew exactly what he was doing. I don't mind him celebrating his work, but he clearly phrased it knowing how his fan base would react. He's deliberately fueling chaos between fandoms, and it's clear he only refuses to calm things down, but enjoys the conflict. What did I say? Zack Snyder is nasty for this. He knows what he's doing, and I think it's nasty. Now, here's the question. What do I get from the algorithm for saying these words? Where's it at? For saying Zack Snyder knew exactly what he was doing. A regular sentence is a regular sentence. Because not only did you say that, and did I say that, Sammy Snyder Queen said this. Zack knows what he's doing with these posts. Is that stealing from you? If the way that someone is formulating a sentence is stealing, that's insane. The reason why I laugh is because he's done this before, the same exact play on me. The play that you see he's doing to me, he's done to someone else. Okay, so let's pull up the receipts because I got receipts, bro. Nerd Speech. So Nerd Speech said this. Back in July, someone accused me of stealing their content ideas. It was clear they were the type that gets off when they win the argument by getting blocked, so I simply muted and restricted them. Since then, I've only ever mentioned it once already here on Threads. Someone pointed out to me that a few days ago, they vague posted about my posts surrounding the election and even suggested that I fake my personality and accent. I have never met or even followed this person online. Don't care for the content, but what you guys need to understand is that this guy does this. He will throw subliminals to you, and then he'll try to play victim. And so then let's go to the second one, right? This is what else he says. Unfortunately, I felt compelled to check their socials for any other unsavory stuff towards me, and I noticed they think I'm subscribed to the YouTube channel, have told others that I am, and provided them with my username. And by the way, you know, he said on Twitter the one time that he never told anyone bad things about me. Look what you're doing here. They have kept an eye on my posts since July, especially so during the election, and have regularly mentioned / posted about me, even though we don't follow each other on any platform. This is me. I don't follow the man. He doesn't follow me, but he still wants to throw subtle shots. This is weirdo behavior at best and dangerous stalker-ish at worst. I have deleted my post about them and have blocked them. Needless to say, I have never stolen any of their ideas and still to this day do not even know their real name. Moral of the story, always block the weirdos. Taking the high road sometimes means blocking people's access to you, and that is okay. The dude has done the same exact thing. This is the same play that he did with Nerd Speech, and it did not work. Right here. If you are constantly biting other people's content to the extent you have to fake your personality, you shouldn't be lecturing others on anything. As corny as faking multiple actions, people see through it. Who cares about the content? But he is always throwing subs. That's the person he is. And then when you respond back, he then tries to bite. That's how he is. And here's the actual tweet. Geeky Cass said, you know, who is this? So I'm going to follow. And he said, look who's nerding out over my speech. And that's the shot. That's the shot. That's what he does. This is why this stuff doesn't phase me, because he's done this before. This is the same play just on me now. You know, and my time was going to come, I guess. Me and him worked so closely together that he was going to end up thinking this eventually. Like, so yeah, he's done this same exact play before.